So, we're walking through the first time Kevin's seen the Suicide Squad trailer. I enjoyed this trailer a lot. I don't know what Kevin's thinking for sure. Go ahead. We're playing it through without the sound. We just watched it for the first time. If there's anything you have questions about or anything else, pause and we'll go through it. So, do you know anything about any of these characters other than maybe Deadshot and Harley Quinn?
Very little.
You know, Killer Croc is, like he said, he's a crocodile, goes after people. The guy with the fire, El Diablo, can wield fire.
Got that far.
Got that, okay.
Who's the crazy bearded man?
That's Captain Boomerang. Amanda Waller, who runs everything. I actually like the way Will Smith looks in this movie. I love this. Boomerang gets out of a bag that's postmarked from Australia. It's just a bag of them. Now pause for a second. If you get a second, you can go. You can't go back at all. But you saw the girl standing behind Flag right there, clicking. That is the same girl that plays Enchantress. So no one really is sure what her. That's the same girl. So no one really knows if Enchantress is going to be one of the baddies in this, and like something weird happens, or what. Because there's another scene later that's really interesting when you see Enchantress. I'll go through that. I thought this was pretty good. Now that guy, that's Clint Eastwood's son. He's an actor. Clint Eastwood's son. They don't have him posted up who he is yet. Now, you watched Arrow for all this time. The rumor is he's going to play Slade Wilson. Which would mean, down the road, who is in play? Slade Wilson? Arrow? Who was also Deathstroke.
I can't think of it. Yeah.
Deathstroke. So,
think of his name.
they're hoping, people are hoping that's who he is. Which, to me, is kind of an interesting thought. I like that idea. Down the road, being able to see Deathstroke and things continue, though. I thought this was kind of funny with her, like, that's not what the voices said.
She's definitely crazy.
She definitely is. She fits the part to a T. Now, no one knows who the baddie is, but somebody is doing some weird damage to Midway City. So it's one of those things, and they're corrupting people. That's why they look like that weird, like, bug-looking thing. What do you think of the way Leto looks and sounds?
Joker looks like an idiot.
See, I think it's interesting because it's a different take, but I like it. Here, could you see what was on the thing behind her? Right then?
All of it.
You see Enchantress. What's that look like behind her on the screen?
The White House emblem?
Okay, now, that's what people are wondering. Now, one thing we found out before. Early in this trailer, they're looking through portfolios of each person. And they showed Deadshot's prior crimes and where they were located. Now, in the DC universe, in the cinematic universe, no one knew where all these cities were placed. They made it to where they sound like they were actually in the state somewhere. The reference is Oakland and San Francisco is Metropolis and Gotham. They're across the bay from each other. But on the portfolio, Gotham is in New Jersey. Which would mean that Metropolis, in theory, could be across one of the rivers, maybe New York, whatever. But they wouldn't be that far from D.C. So that's the only reason I could ever see any of this happening. No one knows what's going on with it, but the crest is for the White House. Why would the Enchantress be in the White House? No one knows. You saw well, leave it here for a second. You saw all the stuff around the Joker. When it zooms out farther, there's a piano flipped over next to it. So you've got all those knives, and you've got another thing around that. And he took all the piano keys out of the piano and laid them out. The problem is, there's way more than one piano's worth of keys laid out on the floor. So it's like, where did you get all the piano keys? But okay, this is Katana, who we also have seen in Arrow. Now, do you know, in Arrow, though, I don't believe she has the Soul Taker's sword. That was part of the League. Remember that? They had the League. However, in here, she does have the Soul Taker's sword. So if you look, you can see the souls, like, screaming, coming off of the blade. Which I thought was kind of a cool effect. Deadshot, dealing with guns. Now, a lot of people aren't excited when they hear Jai Courtney's in a movie. Who's playing Captain Boomerang. Now, he is showing some promise in this trailer, and people are actually excited to see what he does. However, the character you're seeing in the subway, no one knows who it is. No
Looks
one
like
knows.
the villain.
Yeah, well, yeah, one of the villains possibly, because I think the Joker may be another side thing, but no one knows who it is, and you can't really recognize any of the shots you see. He can like deform matter, but then like kind of make things.
Weird.
Yeah, so no one's really sure who they're fighting. They have some ideas. People are speculating that throughout this thing we may be getting flashbacks to Harley Quinn's origin. Now, Joker's origin, fell into chemicals which actually changed his skin pigment and made the hair green.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? What their people are wondering is if in this storyline we know through some of the trailers, at one point in time, he's torturing her. And in the story, other storylines, she's a psychiatrist for him, and through like manipulation, everything falls in love with him, whatever. I think some of that's still going to come into play. However, here it looks as if he could have thrown her in, but went in after her, or she could have fallen in, but it looks like the same set of chemicals, because then when he pulls her out, in the comics and things, sometimes she had used to wear white makeup. This looks as if that's not the case.
Mm-hmm.
It looks as if she's again the same thing. One thing that's interesting is her hair has that purple on one side and blue on the other. When you see, he's wearing the purple shirt, it's running purple. She was wearing a blue shirt in another clip earlier, running the blue. People are wondering if that's the nod to that, but it's still interesting. Another shot of Croc. There's that like weird glowing thing going up. No one knows what that's about. We're bad guys, it's what we do. The first question I had when I saw this,
Mm-hmm.
how much did they have to pay to use that song?
Oh.
I'm betting a lot.
I know.
A lot. So, thoughts?
Looks pretty cool.
Do you actually kind of like it or no?
Yeah, I mean, it'll be interesting. I don't think it's going to be a classic by any means, but it'll be entertaining.
I'll tell you, a lot of what I'm reading and what I thought from it too was, no one knew what to expect from them with the first little teaser. Like, we didn't have any clue. It looked as if the Joker was going to be the bad guy and that the Suicide Squad was going after him. Here, it doesn't look like that's the case.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like maybe the Joker's trying to break Harley Quinn out of that crew at one point in time.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I think it'll be interesting to find out who that villain is, because I think they're going to get real deep cut with stuff, because it's like there are characters that I've never heard of. Between you and I'm more the comics guy, and I'm like, yeah. So it's going to be interesting to see what they do with it, and I'll tell you the truth, it could end up being better than Batman vs. Superman.
I don't think that'll be very hard.
I still have hope for Batman vs. Superman. Some things I'm
I have
reading,
no hope.
some things I'm reading, and some things that they're bringing out recently have shown that there's a good chance it's going to be better than what we're thinking. But
That's a good thing.
I know. But tell us what you think of the Suicide Squad trailer. If you haven't seen it, go see it. It's definitely worth watching, even just for the soundtrack.
Top tier.
But yeah, let us know what you guys think of it. If there are any other movies, or what do you think of the DC setup right now? We've seen the trailers for Batman vs. Superman. This comes out in August. Batman's in March. It looks as if they could have two. Hopefully, if Batman vs. Superman comes out and is decent, they could have two decent movies this year, and that would be huge for DC. After some people didn't like Man of Steel, I didn't have a problem with it. Some things
I didn't
were
think Man of Steel
weird.
was that bad.
No. So people are like, if DC can come out and hit 1 year and have more than one movie, and it's starting to roll into next year's Wonder Woman and I think someone else, and so the train continue rolling. I've got hope for that and see what kind of would come from it. I think it'll be interesting. And again, we've got Deadpool next month, and then after that it's a DC movie, the first big one, and I think. See, I don't know what kind of coverage they're going to start doing with TV spots and stuff, because it's like people are already thinking they've shown too much. They shouldn't show anything else new. I think it would be cool if they did some viral things with like with Lex or with Perry White of the Daily Planet, and had them do like interviews as those characters. Would be cool. You know what I mean? Something like that. Not showing more clips from the movie, but doing things that are like part of the universe, and that kind of thing would be interesting. But it'll be interesting to see what they do. Who knows? They could end up putting out another trailer and just making everybody pissed off again. So
Imagine that.
Yeah, no kidding. So
The internet being pissed off, that never happens.
after that trailer, are you more looking forward to Suicide Squad or less?
Slightly more.
Yeah, same here. I have a little more faith in what they were doing, because it was kind of a crapshoot. We didn't really know what was coming, other than the whole "let's go save the world" line, which they still used. I kind of hope that doesn't make the cut in the movie, that they just show it for the trailers, but they don't actually put that in the movie. I mean, it's Will Smith, so he's probably going to get in the movie, but I'm looking forward to it. I think what's really strange is a lot of people don't like Jai Courtney's acting. He plays Captain Boomerang, even though in this we don't see him with a boomerang at all.
Well, people always need something to bitch about.
No, but people don't like his acting in other movies. This movie, they're looking forward to seeing what he does. But like, I literally, on a few things that I've read and a few things I've seen about all this, no one really likes his acting that well. He was in, I think, Terminator Genesis, which didn't look like that good of a movie anyway. But then other movies he's been in, it's just like no one's really excited when they see Jai Courtney on the cast list. Maybe this will be something that he stands out in. I think it looks good. I am hoping that they are leaving breadcrumbs for other movies. The Deathstroke hopeful. I really would love to see that. And the fact that an Eastwood would be a villain and like that to me is perfect. Mm-hmm. It's perfect. Because, I mean, Clint's not going to be in it, obviously. He couldn't do that. But his son makes perfect sense. Mm-hmm. So I hope that he plays Slade Wilson. Other than that, yeah, it's kind of... You need to go watch the trailer, and it looks like it could be a wild ride, that's for sure. So...
Yeah.
Like and subscribe, follow us on Facebook, and if you guys have any comments, by all means, let us know. If you have anything you'd want us to watch, let us know. You know, we're always kind of
open to suggestions
and keeping our eyes peeled to see what's coming, what's going. There was a new Deadpool trailer this week that came out that was pretty good. Again, can sometimes be the mature level, so you have to be careful with that, but it's still pretty good. So. Until next time.
Thanks for staying till after the credits.